And in this video, I'm gonna demonstrate you how you can update parent record values or parent record on the basis of child record. What I mean by child record, let's say you have an account and the second object is a custom object which is risk calculation, and risk calculation object containing 6 fields. So as you can see on the screen, field 1, field 2, field 3, 4, 5, 6. So these fields can only contain the values 1 to 0. So this is the scenario from one of my subscriber. I will display on the screen. You can check it out. And then this custom object having a lookup relationship with the account. So risk calculation is a custom and child object, and account is our parent object. And on parent we have a pick list field which is risk meter and which have 3 values: risk, low, high and medium. So here you can see I have a risk meter field, and risk meter field have 3 values: low risk, medium risk, high risk. So on the sum of the child record fields, let's say these 6 fields, so their sum if lies between 0 to 2, so it will came under low risk. And if the sum of these 6 fields contains value 2 to 4, then it is medium risk. And if the value containing 5 to 6 means the sum of these 6 fields lies between 5 to 6, then the value of the account field is high risk. So without any delay, we are going to do this with the help of Salesforce flows. So let me tell you, here are some assumptions. This scenario is only going to work on update. So it's an assumption by the scenario provided by the subscriber, and there is only one child record per parent record. So let's move to the Salesforce flows and check it out how you can achieve this. So first of all, you need to type flow in quick find and click on new flow, and then create a record triggered flow. Click on freeform, and now you need to select when our record is updated and after the record is saved, because you are going to update the value of a related record. So that's why here you need to select after the record is saved. Click done, and here you need to select the object. So our object is risk calculation, because on the basis of risk calculation fields we are going to update the field of parent record. Now here is no condition we are going to select, because you can't check here like whether your field is changed or not, and simply click done. Now what you need to do is, using a decision element, and let's say check for fields, and here you need to provide label when field change. So now let's say in the condition you have 2 ways now. Let me tell you why 2 ways to check whether your field is changed or not. Like I am in the pre-release org, and Summer 21 features are already uploaded in my org. So the reason is, let me show you. So first of all, you need to select, let's say, record field 1, and if I select operator, here you can see is changed and was set. These are the 2 new operators that appears in our Salesforce pre-release org for Summer 21 flows. Now what I'm going to do is, in this video I am going to do that with the previous method, which is comparing it with the record prior value. So here you can select record prior dot field 1. So now here you can see record field 1 does not equal record prior field 1. But now I have the ability to select is changed. If you are in a pre-release org, so you can use that too. I will show you the same with the second example. Now you need to similarly you need to add all the rest 5 fields. Now here you can see all the 6 conditions are added, and instead of and you need to select or, because when any of the field is changed, the sum of these 6 fields gets changed. So that's why you need to select or condition over there. And here you can see it is also a new summer 21 feature, which is if the condition requirements are met and only if the record that triggered the flow. So here is one thing, if you select is changed, then you are not able to select the second condition. Okay, so it's a new enhancement in your flow. I will cover these scenarios, or I will cover these new topics in the next videos, so stay tuned for that. Now you have to simply click on done and simply select your 2 and connect your 2 elements, which is start to decision, and then you need to select one more decision element, and this time you need to check the sum of these 6 fields, like okay, what is the sum of these 6 fields, and then I have to create 3 outcomes from there. So let's do that. Let's check risk sum, and let's say first is low risk. Let's create 2 more. Second is medium risk, and let's say third is high risk. So let's move to the low risk. So let's come to the condition, and here we need to create a formula to calculate the sum. So let's click on new resource, select formula over there, and in the API name let's say risk count, data type would be number, and here you need to select resource. So let's say record field 1, and I will copy this and simply add it 6 times. And change the API name to this 456. So this will provide us the sum of these 6 fields, and click done. Now we need to check if risk count is greater than or equals to 0 and risk count is less than 2. So this is on the basis of the scenario provided by the subscriber. So here we our low risk is done. So when the value of the sum of these 6 fields lies between 0 to 2, then it is low risk. And let's move to the medium risk. When risk count is less than or equals, you can say 4, and risk count is greater than or equals 2. So the value lies between 2, 3, 4, then it will be a medium risk. Now came to high risk. If risk count is greater than or equals 5 and risk count less than or equals 6. So means if the value of the sum is 5 and 6, it will be a high risk. Now simply click done. Connect these 2 decisions. So when field changes is the outcome, and now what you need to do is update parent record. So here you need to drag and drop update parent record. Let's say update parent low risk, and here you need to select specify conditions to identify records, and here you need to select object, which is account, and now you need to filter on the basis of ID. So let's say ID equals record dot account. So basically it's a lookup field on a child object with account. So from there we can simply fetching our account, and here we are updating the records. So we have a field which is risk meter, which is a pick list field, and select low risk here and simply click done. Now we need 3 update record element on the basis of like low risk, medium risk or high risk. So let's click on this update record element and click on this duplicate button. So now you can see we have 3 update record elements. Let me edit it. So it is medium risk. Let's remove the API name and again click anywhere, it will automatically populate it. And here you need to select medium risk instead of low, and click done. And similarly you need to do this with high. Now simply change the field value, let's say high risk, and click done. Now simply you need to connect these update record element with decision element. Let's connect it. Low risk, medium risk, or you can say medium risk, and high risk. Now all the 3 risk we've covered, and now what you can do, you can simply add a default line with these record updates. Let's say if there is any error while updating parent record, so it will throw an email to us. So let's select an email action and select send email. So let's say error mail, and for body let's say error, subject error email. You can provide an email ID, let's say Shubham Bharadwaj sf@gmail.com, and simply click done. Now you can connect these update record element to error email action. Now here is one thing, you will probably see these are the simple connectors. Let's say after updating record it will throw an email, but we want if there is any fault in our flow. So what you need to do here, select again and connect with email action. So this time you can see this fault line, simply click on the previous line and click delete. Do the same with these 2 record updates and delete the previous one. Connect again and delete the previous one. So that's how it's kind of a hack. So you can select these fault lines, and let me save this flow. Let's say risk meter automation, and save this, and let's activate it. Now what I need to do is deactivate my previous flow which I create with the help of is changed. Let me show you. So here you can see I have the same scenario, same everything, but the difference is I used is changed instead of does not equals to record prior value. I select is changed and simply or conditions. So I will cover this is changed in the next video. Don't worry about that, and simply click done, and let's deactivate this flow. Oh sorry, I need to deactivate this, and as you can see this flow is deactivated and this is activated. Now let me move to the risk meter, and here you can see this currently the sum is 1 and the value of the account is low risk. So let me change it some values of this record, which is child obviously. So let's say 1, field 2 1 and field 3 1. So now the sum of these 6 fields is 4. So the value of risk meter should be, so it should be a medium risk, and simply click save. So here you can see account is Burlington Textile Corp. Let me move it to and go to details. So here you can see risk meter is changed to medium risk. Now let's move back and check with 5. So now the sum of these 6 fields is 5, and let me save it, and let's move to the, and let's refresh it. Click on details, and here you can see risk meter is changed to high risk. So guys, that's how you can use or update parent record values on the basis of child record field values. And I hope you like this video. Thank you so much if you're watching this video till now.